Are you in every way, woman?
Welcome back to Every Way Woman. So we've all heard to get an annual mammogram, but I want to ask Dr. Kabaska of BreastLink, why is that so important?
Mammography is the best way we have by imaging to find breast cancer. So taken all women all over the age of 40, if you have a mammogram once a year, that's our best chance.
Why start at 40?
We believe, first of all, you have to look at the age at which you're likely to be at risk for breast cancer. So younger women are at lesser risk than older women. And also, we don't want to do a radiology test every year on very young women because their breasts are still developing. Oh. So after age 40...
That is good news. I'm still developing.
Absolutely.
You are still developing
down there, breast.
Thank you. Note to self.
Dr. Kabaska, is that the best test?
It is the best test we have for screening.
Okay.
Meaning looking for breast cancer in patients who have no symptoms, no troubles, are just coming in for a once-a-year routine checkup.
And then, since I'm going to take this, what are some of the things I should know going in?
Basically, if you've never had a mammogram before, you should know that we ask you not to wear deodorant.
Why?
Because some deodorant has a little bit of a metallic compound in it, and that can show up on the mammogram, and it can obscure our results. So if you had a picture taken and you forgot to take your deodorant off, we might make you go back into the changing room and wipe that off, and then come back and retake the picture.
Is it the same with lotions?
There are some lotions that might have perfumes or something in it that often contains, for example, a little bit of aluminum, believe it or not. And so that can show up. So just to make it
schedule your
easier,
mammogram in the morning, have a shower, and put on your deodorant afterwards.
bring it with you.
Okay, because she said she don't want no funkiness around there.
Yeah.
You know, doctors, as we're talking about it, I know a mammogram, you put your breast in. Is it like having your breast smashed in a hamburger grind?
That's what I hear a lot.
How do you
That's what I
explain
hear.
what
I
it's
heard it was like a
It's
coffee
painful.
machine. I've never even seen this.
How would you?
I would say we gently compress the breast.
Gently
We want people to go get their mammograms, correct?
Is it
We
painful?
gently compress it.
It depends. I think some women complain of discomfort during the exam. I think smaller-breasted women tend to have a little bit more discomfort.
Okay, so,
So,
do you think it's painful?
It's not painful. I would
It's
say
just
it's not something I completely enjoy, but it's definitely not painful.
Are you
So,
smashing the breast this way or on
Both
the side?
ways.
Both ways.
Yeah.
How many mammograms should I have? Should I have one a year, one every other year?
One a year as a screening tool, like Dr. Kabaska said. There are instances where you need further imaging, different types of pictures taken in order to see things a little bit better. If, say, they found something on a screening mammogram, then you would require more images be taken.
How long does this take?
A regular screening mammogram, you'll be in the room for about 10 minutes. It's not a long procedure. And each picture just takes a few seconds. So you're not being compressed for a long period of time. And the technologist is trained to compress you to what you can tolerate. So they're going to be talking to you. They don't slam it down. It's a very slow process to see how you are tolerating it. And then they'll walk over, push the button, take the picture, let you go.
Dr. Smith, have you ever had a mammogram?
I have not.
Yeah. You
But,
should.
but men do get them, correct?
Men, that's right. Men can develop at a much lower risk than women, obviously, a very small fraction. But for men that have a strong family history, they need breast cancer, particularly BRCA mutation within their family history. You know, they're at higher risk, and so it's such a low risk. We don't have routine screening measures for men.
But as a man, don't you ever wonder what it feels like to your women patients? Because to be honest,
Look on his face, he's like,
sometimes
no.
I don't.
He doesn't
I don't.
wanna know.
No, but sometimes I don't want a man doctor. To be honest, not because I don't want to discriminate on you, but I don't know if you can really relate to me because I don't know if you know what it really feels like. Do you experience that?
Sure, that's a good question. I think that it's really a matter of treating every patient I have like a family member. How would I want my mother treated? How would I want my sister treated? I would make sure that they get the absolute best care, not just from me, but the other doctors I refer to. And so we're all very, very, protective of our patients, making sure they get the absolute best in screening, surgery, and treatment after surgery.
We may not experience it, but we can empathize with patients. I've never
And
had breast
I'm
cancer.
glad that you guys really clarified the mammogram process because I think, I said that smash because I heard, it hurts and women are afraid because of all these misconceptions. So thank you for clarifying.
But what would you say to the young girl that wants to get a mammogram, but the doctor keeps telling her, oh, you're too young or you need to be a certain age, but she feels adamant that she may need to get checked?
The first thing that someone under 40 would need is just a physical exam that includes a good breast exam.
Okay.
If the doctor doesn't feel a lump, you don't have anything, then there isn't good data to support you having a mammogram. We're very unlikely to find anything. On the other hand, if you feel something, then we have ultrasound as another tool that we would use, say, in a 20-year-old.
Is that like less invasive?
It doesn't contain radiation, so there's no radiation involved with ultrasound, and it has a very particular purpose, which is to look at something that someone feels to see if there's something there. Even in patients who are over 40 and might have a mammogram, if they feel something in the breast, we might add an ultrasound as well.
We'll be back with more on mammograms after this. Stay tuned. That was great.
Thank you. That's exactly what I wanted to do.
Are you in every way woman?